para opinar y estar cuidándote que lo que vayas a decir no le molesta a nadie.
Está en las FMs.
Esto es Radio Zeta.
Somos solo ruido.
Llegó la hora de la actualidad, música y cultura pop con Ignacio Rey e Italo Franzani. Ahora arranca Somos Solo Ruido.
Al aire día jueves con Somos Solo Ruido, querido Ignacio, ¿cómo estás?
Muy bien, ¿y tú?
Compañero, muy bien, estamos felices porque tenemos una visita ilustre.
Sí, estamos con una pieza del rock and roll. Estamos con Dave Evans.
¡Bravo, Dave Evans!
Hello everybody, it's great to be here in Chile. Fantastic.
Estamos con Lorenzo también, traductor acá.
Sí.
gracias.
Y amigo.
Gracias.
Amigo.
Para contarle al público, who is Dave Evans? Dave Evans es el primer cantante de AC/DC, están gravitando.
Y uno de los fundadores, obviamente.
Uno de los fundadores de AC/DC, por
Sí.
supuesto. Antes de Bon Scott, por supuesto que Brian Johnson, estaba Dave Evans ahí en la banda, por supuesto.
Yes.
Welcome to Chile.
Yeah, no, it's
Dave.
great to be here finally.
Ajá.
I've done quite a bit of South America, and
Was a long trip?
no, because I was in Mendoza
Mendoza.
in Argentina just recently, and having a fantastic time there. And so it was just a quick trip across the Andes.
But
And
Chile
also-
is better.
Well, I'm not going to say that because I've got fans everywhere and friends, amigos, everywhere.
Yeah.
So
They-
it's all beautiful, all
Sí.
fantastic.
A long,
Es
long
verdad.
time ago, Mendoza was Chilean.
Ah,
Do you know that?
no. That-
Por eso te cayeron también.
Really?
Yes.
Well, the world changes all the time. Europe used to be this, and Europe used to be that, and
Ajá.
whatever. So
Yes.
that surprises me because it's on the other side of the mountains. So.
yes.
We are only noise in Spanish.
Yes.
The name of the radio show is Somos Solo Ruido. Somos Solo Ruido.
We are
In
only
English, We are
noise.
only noise.
Some sort of.
Somos Solo Ruido.
Yeah, okay, I get you. Okay, all right, that's good.
We are only
I like
noise.
Yes. Dave, ya, quizá vamos a necesitar tu ayuda, Lorenzo. ¿Ya? ¿Qué se siente ser una piedra angular de la banda quizá más grande de hard rock, una de las grandes bandas de rock and roll de la historia? Es un peso, una responsabilidad. ¿Cómo lo ves tú hoy con la perspectiva del tiempo?
How does it feel to be part of one of the biggest rock bands in the world?
The
How does it
history
feel?
of
Feels
rock and roll.
great. Feels fantastic. It's amazing. It's part of a world rock history, and there's been quite a lot of players through AC/DC, way over 20 sort of thing. But there's an exclusive club within those players, the 5 founding members of the band.
Yes.
There can only ever be 5 in that club, and I'm one of them. So it's fantastic.
¿Lo de loco?
Sí, porque vamos
Ah, ya.
Ah, sí,
estamos
para,
nuestro
es que quizá el público
Ah,
también.
ya.
no-
Dice que es fantástico, que solamente fueron 5 los fundadores y que eso no lo va a borrar nadie, en el fondo. También me lo ha dicho particularmente a mí. Y que es fantástico. Esa es la palabra que resume todo. Es fantástico.
¿Cómo fue el primer acercamiento de Dave con la música? ¿Cómo entró en su corazón y se decidió a cantar?
How did you start it? In music.
How did we start it?
In the
Yes,
music business.
In the music.
In the
The
music
passion.
business. Well, I've been singing all my life since I was a little kid. My father was on stage singing when I was a boy. He different music, of course, to rock and roll, but my father had a fantastic tenor voice.
Your father.
Yeah, beautiful singer.
Tenor voice.
Tenor.
Yeah, tenor.
Tenor.
Sí, tenor.
Era tenor.
And he sang opera, and he sang all types of music, and he was on stage when I was a little boy. I used to see my father on stage. So we had music, and we didn't have television until I was 15 years old. We had music at home, music and poetry and reading. So music's been part of my life since I can remember. But I discovered the Beatles, and that changed everything. So yeah,
What is your favorite Beatle?
my favorite Beatles song is "In My Life." And it was actually voted some years ago as the best song ever written. Song, not rock song or anything.
Okay.
And if you listen to the lyrics of In My Life,
And your favorite musician in the Beatles?
John, Paul, Ringo.
well, they're all good. And a lot of people, by the way, they don't think about Ringo Starr as a drummer. He's a fantastic drummer.
drummer.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really is,
Sí.
yeah.
The most overrated
Underrated,
drummer
yeah.
in the world.
Yeah, most underrated drummer, and he's fantastic. If you're a musician, you listen to what Ringo does, he is a great drummer, yeah.
Sí. La muñeca de Ringo.
Eso es cierto, porque se habla mal de Ringo.
Sí.
Generalmente, y Ringo tenía una muñeca Increíble.
Yes, fantástico.
Increíble. Gran, very, very good drummer.
Sí.
Drummer Ringo Starr.
Very, very, very,
Very
drummer,
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Dave, how did you meet the Young Brothers? ¿Cómo
Well,
conociste a los
well,
hermanos
it's,
Young?
I was in a band in Sydney called Velvet Underground, the Australian
Wow.
Velvet Underground.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
A little band.
And it was a top band. It hadn't broken nationally, but it was a top band in Sydney. While I was with that band, they used to talk about a guitarist that used to be with the band before me, called Malcolm Young, and he was the younger brother of the famous George Young from the Easy Beats.
Yep.
I used to buy their records when I was a kid at school, and so when Velvet Underground broke up, I answered an advertisement in the paper, Sydney paper, for a rock singer into the Rolling Stones, Free, and
Wow.
Chuck Berry. And when I answered the ad, it was Malcolm. And because I loved that music, he loved that music. He knew of me, I knew of him. So he said, come down to the rehearsal room they had that afternoon. And he was working with a famous drummer, Colin Burgess. The band wasn't formed yet, but Colin Burgess was there. He was famous already. He was with the Masters Apprentices, and I used to buy their records when I was a kid at school. So I was really excited to meet Colin Burgess and another guy called Larry Van Crete. And so I went down there, we jammed, and they were happy with me, I was happy with them. So we formed a band. And then about a week later, Malcolm asked if his younger brother, Angus, who had a band called Kentucky, they'd broken up too, could audition for us. And Angus came and we jammed again, and we said, yeah, it was cool. So Angus joined us too. And that was the 5 founding members.
In these years, Angus was... sí, ¿me puedes traducir ese?
Sí, es que fue largo.
sí, sí.
Next time I'll translate.
Ajá.
You know,
Bit by
faster.
bit.
Yeah, not that long. A ver, es que fue mucho, pero en resumen, y que yo me sé también la
Sí,
historia,
sí.
a él lo llamó Malcolm. Y
Yes.
Malcolm le dice, oye, estoy tratando de armar algo, y se suma a él.
Ya.
Y después cuando ellos ya parten y se suma Larry Krieger, el baterista que él menciona, en una parte, y que es lo cómico o gracioso de la historia, es que le dice, mira, voy a traer a mi hermano chico que toca guitarra. Y llega
Angus.
el famoso Angus, ¿cachai?
Ok.
Y ahí entra Angus a la banda, y ahí es donde él dice, como en el resumen final, de que son los 5 miembros fundadores de la banda original. Pero así llega.
Ajá. In these years, Angus was with the school dress.
No.
No.
Now, when we first
Se
started,
andaba con vestido con uniforme
no, we
de
were just
colegio.
wearing jeans and shirts and stuff.
So normal.
Just normal, you know. And but after we recorded a few songs for our first album, our record label, which consisted of George Young, the older brother, he was the A&R guy. He was the producer. He looked to the United Kingdom, England, and the bands over there were starting to wear some really cool clothes like Slade and
Wow.
David Bowie. And so he wanted us to look British, modern, right? Not just jeans and T-shirt like every other band. He wanted us to look spectacular. So that's when they said, oh, we'll get a schoolboy outfit, handmade one, you know, for Angus. And Malcolm was going to wear a silk jumpsuit. And he wanted us to look British. And I looked at Slade, which I loved Slade, the tight pants and the boots, those to wear. And Rod Stewart with his jackets and scarves. So I put Rod Stewart and Slade together. And so we did our film clip like that. And the Australian public thought we were British, except for Sydney, because we were from Sydney. But the rest of Australia, when they saw the film clip, they actually thought we were English. And we had a hit record straight away. It just went boom, right in the charts. And when we did tour in other parts of Australia, when they met us, they went, "You're Australian." And we said, "Yeah." And
Surprise.
They thought we were English, yeah. And it worked.
Bueno, en resumen, nuevamente.
But the record was also named as the best Australian group record of the year.
Yeah.
First up was fantastic.
No hay duda de eso.
Sí.
Ajá.
Ya.
Vamos con eso porque si no...
Del final para adelante, a ver.
Ya.
A ver. Ellos eran normales, como ustedes entendieron al principio, con jeans, con ropa normal, que no tenían gran tema. Y el sello, AR, que es el que menciona, y el manager en particular, que no lo voy a mencionar ahora, da lo mismo,
Tampoco.
les pidió que tuvieran un look más británico, porque ellos obviamente eran de Australia, pero querían llegar a un público más amplio y ojalá se parecieran como al rock británico que
Como
ellos
Slade.
mencionaban, como todas las
Yes.
bandas y personajes que mencionó. Entonces por eso buscaron ese look. Y a él, si lo ven en fotos antiguas, está con unas botas y unos trajes pegados, así como de gimnasta, que es lo que menciona y dice, bueno, a mí me decían que eso era lo que la llevaba en ese momento, que eso era lo bueno. Y aún así, y a pesar de eso, en Australia ellos ganaron un premio de ser la mejor banda como revelación
Australiana del año.
del año.
Exacto.
Correcto, que fue el último que mencionó.
Since the beginning, your image was very shocking. Llamaba mucho la atención.
Yeah, as I said, we were always an exciting band from the very first go, but we wore just the same clothes as all the other bands. But we were exciting straight away, a lot of energy and that sort of thing. But when the record was released, we had our new image, and Australia hadn't seen anything like it. And so people took notice of us straight away because once the record was released, because Angus and the schoolboy outfit, and the rest of us looking very English, very exciting, and full of energy, sex and energy, they called us. Yeah.
Yes.
And it just took off immediately. We had a hit record on our hands before we knew it. It was top 5 in the charts right in certain parts of Australia. It just exploded, the band. And we toured with Lou Reed from the original Velvet Underground in America. So Lou Reed came out to Australia. He had a big hit record. We toured to sold-out crowds all over Australia with Lou Reed. And the band was really, it just took off. It was fantastic.
It's difficult to be Australian in the music from the world or not? Yes
It
or
was
no?
in those days. People didn't really, like we'd had at that time. See, it was difficult because we were so far away. People didn't really take us seriously, but we came out with some of the biggest acts the world has ever seen. The Bee Gees from Australia, right? One of the biggest bands the world's ever seen.
Yes.
AC/DC, one of the biggest bands the world's ever seen. People like Olivia Newton-John, right, in the movies with John Travolta and her. So Australia's a little place. It's only like 25 million people. But Australia has had some of the biggest bands the world has ever seen. And I'm part of one of them.
Yes.
Bueno, Australia dice que un país chico de 25 millones, aún así ha logrado mandar al mundo musical grandes bandas como los Bee Gees, que menciona él, a los AC/DC, y a pesar de que nadie los... También, sí, ahí podemos seguir también.
Sí.
Y a pesar de eso, dice que lograron ellos como rockear justamente con la imagen y con los primeros temas cuando partió la banda. Sí, y quiere más café, me imagino que es el gesto ese.
Give me.
Amigo.
Y yo agua, porfa.
Voy a hacer una tormenta.
Yeah. Good coffee or not?
Good coffee. Hey, this radio station has got fantastic coffee. Yeah. The best I've had in Chile so far.
Okay. What is your sensation to be in South America?
How do you feel about being in
Yeah,
South America?
I didn't know anything about South America, really. The world doesn't really know much about South America, and it's probably a good thing for you guys because you've got a fantastic place. I love it here. But a couple of years ago, I went to Brazil first.
Yes.
And I didn't know what to expect, really. In fact, I got such a surprise when I got to Brazil, and it was just so modern. It was incredibly modern. It was fantastic. What a place. It's amazing. So I came back last year to Brazil second, and I went to Argentina, which was fantastic, Uruguay, and this year, boy, I've been everywhere. It's such a surprise. South America is an incredible continent. You guys have got everything here, really, and the people, especially the people. It's hard for me to say because you probably don't believe me, but I really love South America. It's fantastic.
Se entiende. Ama South America, ama Sudamérica.
Que ha sido gente
Me encanta.
sorprendente.
Sí, vino por primera vez hace 2 años en Brasil.
No, hace 4 parece, ¿no?
No, 2 años.
Hace 2 años.
2 años
Estuvo
vino
en
a
Brasil.
volvió por segunda vez ahora
Argentina,
hace poco.
Uruguay.
Correcto.
Sí.
Y sí, dice que le ha sorprendido mucho. Bueno, yo he conversado harto más con él y sí, lo corrobora. De que está sorprendido de que South America sea tan maravillosa como nosotros sí sabemos que es. Que es lo que él dice también. Ustedes saben lo que tienen, pero el resto del mundo no sabe lo que ustedes tienen.
Yeah, it's such a surprise. So South America has been such a surprise for me, and a very, very pleasant surprise at that. So.
Una grata sorpresa.
And you know something of Chilean music?
No,
No?
no, just.
¿Se conoce
Estoy
algo de
tratando-
música
estoy
I
tratando-
don't
chilena?
know anything about any South American music,
Uh-huh.
you know, except the traditional type of music, you know. Like
Anoche en el hard rock escuchó a los
with the
Exocet.
Indians, with the
Okay.
with the
Lo
pop, with the
conocemos.
flutes
Sí.
and that
Y
kind
le
of thing.
gustó.
That's the only thing I knew about South America.
Traditional music.
Yeah, the traditional original music. That's all I knew.
Dave,
Um,
Tom Araya of Slayer is Chilean.
Told you. Remember? The
Yeah.
singer Slayer?
yeah.
Yeah, he's
So,
Chilean.
but I've heard some good bands here. I've heard some good bands in South America.
Yes.
Some good rock bands,
Yes.
for sure. Yeah, have. Argentina too. Good bands.
Sí. ¿Recuerdas? Do you remember your first record? Do you, o sea, of another artist? Do you buy?
Yeah, my first record I ever bought
Yep.
was a single record,
Uh-huh.
right, called "Yesterday" by the Beatles.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and I saved up
Se
my
entendió
lunch
eso,
money
¿no?
at school.
Yesterday de los-
Yep, took me all week. I didn't eat all week at school on my lunch money.
Yeah.
For lunch, I saved my lunch money all week, and I had enough money at the end of the week to buy the single. So I starved myself to buy.
Dejó de comer para comprarse
Una
el disco.
semana no
Sí.
comió nada en el colegio
Claro.
por comprarse el single
Exacto.
Yesterday de los
Yesterday by
Beatles.
the Beatles, my first ever
Wow.
record.
You're a Beatle maniac.
Yeah, I was. So was the rest of the world.
Yes.
So was the rest
It's
of
a
the world.
beautiful remember.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I went hungry at school.
Oye, escuchemos una de las canciones donde participó, donde estuvo con AC/DC el año 73. ¿Qué canción?
Empecemos.
¿Escuchar?
Can I sit next to you?
Perfecto,
de
porque
AC/DC.
la gente ya está pidiendo y vamos a escuchar.
Sí. ¿Ah? Can I sit next to you with
Okay.
Dave
Sure.
Evans, AC/DC? We are only noise.
Girl, can I sit next to you, girl? 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 At intermission, we were doing alright. Until this guy gave up and stood by her side. Then he took me by surprise when he threw her one of my lines. She started smiling at him real fine. That's when he said, can I sit next to you, girl? 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 Can I sit next to you, girl?
Volvemos con Somos el Ruido. Ahí estábamos escuchando a
Dave
Evans con AC/DC.
AC/DC.
Año 73.
Sí, 73.
How years
Pregunté
you
por-
has in this time?
2020?
I was just in, 21.
21.
Yeah.
¿Cuántos años tenía?
We're all
21
very
años.
young, but in
Very
those
young.
days, the bands were young. Like the Beatles were only the same age when they made it, the Rolling Stones, but because a lot of us left home in our teens. It was a revolution back in those days, the revolution.
Las bandas eran jóvenes en esos tiempos y eran jóvenes principalmente los que hacían rock.
Yeah. We left our home because our parents didn't like our long hair. Their parents didn't like our music all over the world. And the revolution, we left home.
And you are young of spirit now.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And so by the time we were 21 or so, we've been living away from home for 3 years, 4 years, doing it ourselves. We had a relationship with girls. We're doing all sorts of things I don't want to mention. So when we were 21, we were quite experienced in a lot of ways. And we were writing songs about what we were doing at that time. And that's why the songs were so great at a young age, because we've done a lot. By the time we were 21, we'd done a lot of things. And unlike today, where parents are still trying to kick their kids out at 30 years old, they're still trying to get rid of their kids out of their house, you know.
Bueno, él dice que en ese tiempo los jóvenes, los de 20, 21, eran principalmente los que se iban de la casa y que salían a formar estas bandas, no como ahora dice, de que cuesta echarlos de la casa y hasta los 30 y algo todavía están viviendo con los papás.
Vamos a leer algunos tweets, ¿te
Yes.
parece? ¿Ah?
Yeah, sí, súper.
A little tweets. The people speak.
The audience.
Yeah, yeah.
Cari Núñez dice, se pasaron tremendo invitado, estoy en shock.
Él-
Vargas Virgilio dice, oye, pero qué lujazo, Manu Labrana. This is real.
This is real.
Dave Evans en Radio Z.
In radio.
Tony Kiefer dice, Dave Evans, el inicio de AC/DC. No sé si he escuchado algún disco. Habrá saludos, programen, saludos. Saludos a Katy Punaro, a Catherine Punaro, a Hani. Carlos Gutiérrez dice, saludos al gran Dave Evans. Gran Dave Evans. Vicen dice que buen invitado.
Is this real? Is he really here?
Yeah, no, fantastic.
Ok. Ahora sí te voy a cumplir, te voy a ir
Dale.
hablando a ti para que hagamos la
Bueno,
cosa ordenada.
bueno.
Ya. En los tiempos que tú grabaste las primeras canciones, era otra experiencia meterse a un estudio de grabación. ¿Cómo fue esa sensación de ponerse por primera vez a grabar un estudio de grabación y dejar plasmado eso para siempre?
How different was to record in the early days and now?
Well, in the early days, I just did it as I was told because I'd never recorded before. And I had the great George Young and Harry Vander, both from the Easy Beats, as my producers. I didn't know anything. I'd never been in a recording studio before, so I just did exactly what I was told and listened and listened and listened. These days, I'm a bit more experienced, so I know what I'm doing. And so, yeah, I was nervous when I first went in there. Of course, I was nervous. I was making my first record with some famous people around me. But it was cool. I just got in there and just sang it. And they were happy. They were very happy with my vocals, which made me happy too. But yeah, it was a really incredible experience to go in there. There wasn't many record labels back in those days. And to get a record contract was a very, very big deal. I can remember it like it was just yesterday. This microphone here, I can remember that recording microphone when I sang Can I Sit Next to You Girl, just as plain as if it was right now. It's an incredible time.
Bueno, dice de que recuerda como si fuera ayer cuando grabó y que como era nuevo, hacía lo que se le decía, es la frase que ocupó exacta, y que tuvo la suerte de trabajar con dos tipos que eran los Young, y en especial el hermano mayor, que no es el de la banda AC/DC,
Sí.
el otro Young, que venía de una banda muy famosa, que se llamaba los Easy Beats. Y él era como el primer productor de la banda, y luego los hermanos Young con él se juntan y formaron lo que todos sabemos. Y respecto a grabar ahora en estos tiempos, obviamente él reconoce de que ya tiene mucha experiencia, y yo que lo conozco un poco más también sé que él es muy exigente ahora. Ya no se deja llevar ni hace lo que le dicen. Él hace lo que él quiere.
And today is more easy rec the music in the
Record.
house. all people can
Yeah,
can,
like
can
with rap,
wreck.
for instance, you don't have to sing with
Todo el
rap.
mundo puede hablar muy
You just
fácil hoy
talk.
día.
With rap, you don't have to sing. You just talk. So anybody can be a rock star if you do rap, right? Also with some of the dance music, as long as you get one or two lines correct, they just repeat it.
Yes.
You don't have to sing a whole song.
Autotune.
Just or make a few noises. And they just do that over and over and over and over and over again. So
The magic of autotunes.
But back in those days, and even now when I record, you have to sing the whole song. You have to interpret the whole song to get the feel of the whole song. The lyrics mean a lot. They used to mean a lot, and my songs that I write today, the lyrics mean a lot. You have to hear all the lyrics. It's not just dance music with noise, or rap where people are talking. And good luck. If people love that music, well, fantastic. And I'm not knocking it. If they like it, they like it. I mean, you can't knock what people like. But nothing beats a fantastic song sung by a fantastic singer.
Yes.
Nothing beats it.
Yes.
Nada es tan bueno, en el fondo, como componer una canción completa, y él de cierta forma entendió que estábamos hablando de rap y otro tema, pero lo que quiere decir en el fondo de que hay que componer con el corazón y no solamente palabras o frases fáciles, y que eso es lo que él hace.
Y como que nada supera un gran cantante.
Correcto.
Claro,
Sí.
exacto. Ya. Una pequeña reflexión. La carrera de Dave en lo solista, ya la década pasada, con Judgment Day, con Sinner, tuvo un empuje y un renacer. Que nos recuerda un poco cómo fue eso de reinventarse en la década pasada y lo que significa para él estos discos solistas, Sinner, Judgment Day.
Sinner, Judgment Day, how was like that?
Yeah, I've recorded
After-
quite a few different CDs over the years. Those two are pretty special. I actually recorded those mostly with one of my guys from Rabbit, Mark Tinson. He was the guitarist in Rabbit and one of the major songwriters in Rabbit, and I wrote quite a few songs with him during those days after AC/DC. And those two albums, songs were mostly written by me and Mark. And he produced the album too, because he's now a record producer as well, an award-winning record producer in Australia. And they're pretty faithful, tough, straight-ahead rock. If you like AC/DC or rock, you're going to love those albums. One of the songs from the Sinner album, "Sold My Soul to Rock and Roll," was nominated for the best rock song at the Los Angeles Music Awards in 2007. So yeah, if you haven't heard my music, start off by getting Sinner and Judgment Day. You can go to Amazon and get them because you won't regret it. And if you don't like it, I'll give you your money back personally.
Bueno, él dice de que después que se tuvo que reinventar, se juntó justamente con un compañero de banda y con un gran productor, correcto, y con un gran productor, y con eso sacó sus álbumes y sus producciones. Y lo último que dice y menciona es que escuchen Sinner y la Sinner and
Judgment Day.
Oigan,
Start
Judgment
with
Day.
those two.
Sí, el día del juicio, que lo compren en Amazon y que si no les gusta les devuelve la plata. Así de bueno y personalmente.
Yeah, and if they don't like
Así
it, I'll
de-
give them their money back personally.
Ya, así de bueno asegura él de que son sus bandas. Y la canción fue premiada en Australia como una de las mejores canciones rock de la época.
Ya, genial.
I have a news. We are in this moment. We are trending topic
Chile.
national in Chile.
Yeah,
Trending
wow.
topic. When you are
Fantastico.
present.
Fantastico.
Somos tendencia hoy día.
Fantástico.
Thanks to you.
Well, thanks for having me on the show.
Okay.
Jay, you today you have something kind communication with something ACDC,
Members?
something
Young
Angus Brothers.
Angus.
Today, si tiene algún tipo de comunicación con alguno de los
Angus is
ACDC.
the only original member left in the band.
Yes.
You know, I have seen some of the other past members over the years, including Colin Burgess, the original drummer. I do bump into them from time to time. But I mean, Angus, he's a recluse, really. He lives in Holland, and he's very reclusive. And when I'm not touring, I'm in Australia these days, and I'm the same. I'm reclusive too. I live in the mountains west of Sydney, in the Blue Mountains. So we don't really bump into each other. I haven't seen Angus since the 70s, but I'd be happy to see Angus anytime. I've got no problems with that. But yeah, he's the only one left that of the original members.
Bueno, Dave dice que vive recluido. Él vive en particular recluido en las montañas en un lugar cerca de Sydney, en Australia. de que el hermano Jan también, por otra parte, está en Holanda también recluido en su
Ah,
hola.
ok,
Eso
ok.
es lo que menciona. Cada uno
Ok,
está recluido, entonces como que no han podido verse mucho en el tiempo, pero que sí se ha visto con algunos de los ex compañeros fundadores
Sí.
y se saludan de vez en cuando. Y aún así menciona de que no tiene ningún problema en volver a verse con el hermano Jan. No hay
Con
tema.
Angus.
Sí, serían buenas,
Ok.
no hay
This is
ningún
good.
drama.
Ok, ok. Ya, una pregunta más como poética. Después de tantos
Poetic
años-
question.
Poetry.
In the sky.
Chile, país de poetas.
Ok, sí.
Claro.
Sí, pero yo de los malos. Oye, después de tantos años, ¿cómo mantener ese amor, esa llama por el rock and roll, esa pasión por el rock and roll? ¿Cómo
How do you
hacerlo?
keep the flame, the passion for rock and roll?
Rock and roll.
Can't help it. I'm a Welshman. I'm born in Wales in the United Kingdom. We are passionate people, and that's just the way it is. Like Tom Jones, he's Welsh too, and look at him. He's still rocking hard. He's still got the passion. I'm Welsh too, and I've still got it. I can't help it.
Ok.
Pregúntale, ¿qué piensas
no,
hacer?
pero-
Bueno, si no se
Ah, sí,
entendió,
perdón,
él, es,
perdón,
él es
perdón.
galés, obviamente,
Sí.
Oh,
y mencionó a Tom Jones como otro compañero de
Patriota.
correcto,
Yeah.
de la zona, porque en el estricto rigor él nació
ok.
allá, pero se fue a Australia cuando
Sí,
chico.
sí, sí, sí.
Pero él se siente galés y esa es su sangre y dice que eso es lo que lo mantiene vivo rock and rollando. Y es verdad, es muy power él. Confieso algo, por ejemplo, nosotros conversamos entre nosotros y me habla así con ganas. "Wow, pero que Lorenzo, vamos al show. Hoy día en el hotel vamos a hacer fotografías. Sí, vamos a ir con ganas, Lorenzo, y hay que rock and roll. Y no habían cámaras, nada. O sea, el tipo es power 100% todo el tiempo.
Okay.
Jay, you have many information of AC/DC.
Yes.
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 Mucha información.
Mucha información de AC/DC. ¿Ha pensado escribir, hacer algo con esa información?
Are you thinking about doing something with so much information about it?
I'd like to, because
You have a face
Yeah.
of writer.
the first 12 months, you could make a movie out of it because there was so much compacted into that time. It happened so quickly. There was so much happened. And we went through 3 different bass players, 3 different drummers, 3 different managers in that time. And we had our first film clips, first records, national tours, and great times and tough times as well. So it's an incredible time. And, you know, I would be prepared, and the fans would love to know what happened. You know, before Bon Scott was ever heard of, you know what I mean? And we were already famous in Australia before Bon Scott. The story's not really told. And if there was a publishing house out there that wanted me to write the book, I'd be happy to. All I have to do is advance me some money, of course, so I could sit down for 6 months and I'd write the book. And it would be a bestseller.
Yes.
Because the information there would blow your mind, and rock fans and AC/DC fans would absolutely love to know. And it'd be fantastic, yeah.
Yes.
A ver,
Buenas noticias.
dice de que con lo que pasó en los primeros 12 meses, que fue cuando estuvo él, 73-74, fácilmente se haría una película. Y que hubo 3 cambios de bateristas, 3 cambios de guitarrista, batero, hubo mucho cambio ahí entre medio. Y que le interesaría hacer un libro, siempre y cuando el bill dinero alguien le
Money
pague.
talks.
Yeah,
Sí,
money talks, man.
siempre y cuando alguien le pague bien y
absolutely.
que él estaría feliz de escribir un libro de su recuerdo de esos primeros 12 meses y que los verdaderos fans de corazón quisieran saber.
Ok.
Vamos a leer un tweet.
Ok.
Déjame, Carlos Gutiérrez nos está escuchando en este momento. Carlos Gutiérrez say, what do you think about Axl Rose
Axl Rose.
como singer?
Okay, I
como
mean,
cantante?
Axel has been very, very successful. We all know that. And anybody that's successful, you must take your hat off to. You must give respect to anybody that's
Okay.
successful. I know fans were upset when Axel was singing with AC/DC.
Yes.
But the thing is, Brian wasn't with the band anymore for one reason or another, which I won't go into. And Angus wanted to finish the tour. So he called on his friend to finish it. That's all it was. He just called on his friend to fill in. And Axel said, yeah, sure, of course, who wouldn't? But fans got upset. They thought Axel had joined the band and all that kind
Yes.
of stuff. But Axel had never joined the band. He only helped out a friend. So AC/DC fans should know that he just helped out a friend, Angus. And it was Angus's call. Angus could have cut the tour, right? But Angus wanted to play. He needed a singer. He asked his friend Axel, He could have asked anybody. So the fans were upset for nothing, really, because he didn't join the band. He just helped out his friend Angus.
Ok.
A ver, primero que todo habría que respetar a Axl por lo que él ha hecho en su carrera, obviamente con los Guns, que no es tema de que
Es
los
aparte.
fans, claro, de que no es tema de que los fans se enojen, porque en el fondo Axl nunca se unió a la banda, solamente cumplió el rol de suplir los conciertos que quedaban, que
Marchó,
Angus
como en
estaban,
Chile.
claro, que los compromisos que estaban pactados ya, y que Angus llamó a la persona que creía que era más su amigo, que podía hacer ese trabajo.
nomás.
Correcto, y lo hizo, y no es más que eso, y por lo tanto los fans de AC/DC no debieran sentirse molestos por ningún motivo.
Perfecto. Yo tengo una pregunta. A mí me encantaría ver una biopic de AC/DC. I would love to see a biopic of AC/DC.
Biopic.
Biopic. Si hiciéramos este ejercicio, ¿quién te gustaría, qué actor te gustaría que hiciera de Dave Evans?
Who will play you on a movie?
That'd be pretty hard, really. I'm a sort of different sort of character to most people. In a movie, who would play me? I guess I'm going to have to do it myself.
Ok.
Lo haría él mismo.
Ya.
What is the best frontman in the history
Of rock and roll.
of rock and roll
That's-
in the world
well,
for
it's-
you?
it's
¿Cuál es
hard.
el mejor cantante para la
Best
historia?
frontman, it's very difficult because there's all different types of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Right? You go right back to real rock and roll in the 50s. Nobody can beat Little Richard. He
Yes.
was fantastic,
Uh-huh.
and what a singer! He's Mr. Rock and Roll.
Yes.
So you got Little Richard back in the 50s, who was fantastic. Of course, in the 60s especially, you had Mick Jagger. It was still going, but in the 60s he made a difference. In the 70s you got Dave Evans, of course, me.
okay.
And I'm still going. And
Dave Evans and Paul Rogers.
Paul Rogers, yeah, 'cause
Perhaps.
I learned from Paul Rogers.
Ok.
I learned from Paul Rogers and
Yes.
Robert Plant. They were fantastic,
Yes.
and I watched them the way they moved on stage, and I learned a lot from those two. I'm glad you brought up Paul Rogers, because Paul Rogers, Rod Stewart, and Robert Plant, they were the three that I saw working, picking up the mic stand. Picking up the mic stand, I never thought of that, you know. Now, of course, it's my war stick. All right. So yeah, those three singers, Paul Rogers, Robert Plant, and Rod Stewart, they were fantastic.
And you?
You know, in the early 70s. So there's different eras, different guys, you know.
En diferentes épocas. Claro.
Hace un poquito de tiempo.
Pero que nos traduzca
Disculpa.
un poquito el...
Bueno,
ok.
en resumen dice que
Nombró a muchos.
quién es el mejor del rock and roll, él dice que depende de la época. En los 50 Little Richard,
Ok.
en los 60 mencionó a... ¿Me ayudan?
Paul Rogers.
Los 60s,
In the 60s, you got Mick Jagger.
ya,
Mick
Mick
Jagger.
Jagger, y en los 70s dijo él.
Sí.
Pero junto con tu Paul Rogers
También
y
mencionó
con
a Rod Stewart.
Robert Plant.
Yeah, Rod
Sí,
Stewart.
claro.
Stewart,
Yeah,
Robert
he was
Plant.
great.
Sí.
Sí.
Se me fue la
Pero él es
inspiración.
muy fan de Led Zeppelin, por eso
esto.
menciona a Robert Plant.
Robert Plant dijo hace poco y le rompió el corazón a los fans de Led Zeppelin que es imposible una reunión de John Paul Jones,
Ujú,
Robert Plant y Jimmy Page hoy y no
Ujú.
va a pasar.
ujú.
¿Tú estarías dispuesto a una reunión
Best
de
rock
los
band-
originales?
Best rock blues band ever,
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin, man.
Ok. ¿Tú estarías dispuesto a que a
Sí, te
juntarte
entendí.
con los AC/DC
He said Robert
originales?
Plant is not playing anymore. You know, with
Yeah,
Led Zeppelin.
Robert
No,
Plant-
no, but would you be able to play with the original
AC/DC.
Would
Would I?
Yes?
Man, I'm better than ever. I'm better than I ever was. You know, I'd blow the place apart. Yeah, look, the original AC/DC can never get back together again, ever, because of Malcolm.
Oh, okay.
Malcolm's no longer with us.
Yes.
Is he listening this interview now?
Yeah, but I'm just saying that there's five original members, but only four still alive. You know.
Yes.
And Malcolm really was the heart and soul of the band. Always was. Always will be. It can never be the same without Malcolm. And I've got so much respect for him. I learned a few things from him too. Attitude-wise, he's just tough. He's only a little guy, but he was tough, and I learnt that too. So Malcolm was so much a part, more than just a part of AC/DC. He was really AC/DC, really.
Ujú. Es muy lindo lo que dice él y emocionante porque se refiere a que AC/DC nunca va a poder volver a juntar a esos fundadores, principalmente porque de los 5 quedan 4. Y que el que falta es justamente el corazón, el alma que tenía la banda. Y se emociona, si es que lo escuchan ustedes en las palabras, de que sin él no hay nada que hacer respecto al tema. Por lo tanto, a pesar de que al principio sí dice de que él está disponible y que está prendido on fire para cualquier tocata, lo que sea, esa formación ya fue.
Ya fue, ok.
¿Te parece si, o tienes una pregunta, si vamos a escuchar una segunda canción con Dave Evans?
Escuchemos una y ahí volvemos con otra
¿Sí?
pregunta, sí.
¿Tú la tienes? Vamos a escuchar a Dave Evans con AC/DC y volvemos con Somos Solo Ruidos. Sí. Estamos de vuelta con Somos Solo Ruidos por la Radio Zeta y el gran Dave Evans de AC/DC, cantante principal, primer cantante de la banda australiana.
Ya, para todos los amigos que están preguntándose, ok, están delirando que está Dave Evans en Somos Solo Ruidos. Dave Evans vino a tocar acá, va a estar tocando el viernes, mañana, en Quilpué. ¿Terrazas? ¿Cómo se llama?
Trotamundos Terraza, a
Trotamundos
las
Terraza.
11.
Quedan algunas entradas.
Sí,
así
todavía
que
quedan entradas.
vayan por la suya para que
Fast line.
disfruten. Van a estar en los shows que está ofreciendo Dave Evans ahora. Va a haber repertorio que AC/DC no toca.
Exacto.
Entonces van a poder desayunarse, van a poder disfrutar de material que solamente lo van a poder ver acá en Quilpué mañana. Y el sábado va a estar tocando Dave en compañía de Wallbreaker. Esta compañía de Wallbreaker, uno de los mejores tributos a AC/DC del mundo. Esto de forma oficial.
Lleva mucho tiempo tocando.
Sí,
como
19
tributo.
años haciendo AC/DC.
Y anoten ya.
Quedan también entradas para el Hard Rock Café, acá, Metro Tobalaba, Santiago de
El
Chile,
Costanera.
el Costanera.
Correcto.
No se lo pierdan, pues, ¿ah?
Dave, what do you hope about your next show in Chile? ¿Qué esperas de tu show en Chile?
Okay, I just want everybody to come along because this is real rock. It's my own badass rock with some early old school rock, some brand new old school rock. That's my and some classic songs. I'll do a couple of course, some Bon Scott classic songs that I like because he's no longer with us, obviously, and there's a lot of fans of Bon Scott out there too. And a couple of classic songs as well. So it's a bit of a mix and match of old school, new old school, favorite songs, and I'm here in Chile for the first time, so this is history. So I want the fans to come along and share this history with me.
Bueno, a ver, estamos haciendo historia, es lo que menciona, primera vez en Chile. Del show, yo personalmente no quiero adelantar mucho, pero les cuento que tiene etapas. Decidimos junto con los chicos de Ball Breaker que el show iba a tener una primera etapa para los fans que quieren escuchar ciertos temas. Luego entra Dave, sorprendiendo, es parte del show, con temas inéditos que nunca ha tocado ni siquiera AC/DC. Luego viene un desarrollo y tiene un final, la historia del concierto. Y de lo que él menciona, viene a Chile justamente a rockear. Y el show que falta era el de Monticello, que va a ser el más grande.
El de
Primero
agosto.
tenemos mañana en Quilpué un show íntimo para pocas personas. El del Hard Rock es aún más íntimo. Y el grande va a ser en Monticello Casino el 2 de agosto.
O sea, en junio nos preparamos para agosto
Correcto.
en la gran fiesta.
Estas son las previas.
Ok,
Sí.
perfecto. Ya, ok. No puedo dejar de preguntarte. Has tocado con una de las mejores duplas de guitarristas de la historia. ¿Qué otra dupla de guitarristas tú rescatas como de las mejores, las que te volaron la cabeza?
You played with two of the best guitar players, you know, as a couple.
Okay.
What other couples do
Yeah.
you like?
I'll meet them tonight. I'll be rehearsing tonight, so I'll meet the band, my Chilean badasses, as I call them. Yeah, when they play with me, they're my Chilean badasses. So I'll meet them tonight. I'm looking forward to rehearsing, meeting all the boys, and giving them the badass attitude. All right. So yeah, it'd be great to meet them tonight.
No, but he means guitar players in the
The
world.
guitar players.
The history.
Yeah, yeah.
The history of
I'll
the
find
world.
out. I've played with some of the best players in the world.
Okay.
Right, drummers, bass players, guitarists in the world. So it'd be great to meet these boys, and as long as they play exactly what's on the records, they'll be fine.
How do you see the... perdón.
No.
Sí.
No, bueno, en resumen, entre nosotros se fue para otro lado.
Sí.
Pero dice que está feliz de tocar con Ball Breaker en el fondo.
Exacto.
Y con ellos
Qué
va a rockear.
espectacular.
Sí,
Ok.
eso entendió de los dos guitarristas.
Bajar la cagá.
Correcto.
En
Y
Chile.
es lo que importa al
Ok,
final.
ya, perfecto.
No quiso responder sobre otros
Sí,
guitarristas.
está bien, pues, está bien. Perfecto.
How do you see the health, la salud of rock and roll in the world? ¿Cómo está la salud
the
del rock
present.
and roll?
Yeah, it's sad in a lot of ways. I mean, in the US, rock's pretty dead, really. The music industry's killed it off. They only record dance music, really, and rap music, that kind of thing. They haven't recorded or signed a rock act for 20 years. It's very, very sad like that. But in Europe, they still love rock, and of course South America is fantastic. You love rock, so you got to go where the action is, you know. So I don't do many shows at all in America anymore. Even in the UK and England, it's pretty dead there. So I don't do many shows there. I do shows in Europe, and now of course South America. So I go to where I hear the guns going off. All right, I'm a soldier. When I hear the guns go off, I have to go. And so South America, it's all happening. All the action's here, and in mostly Eastern Europe and Europe. So just go where the action is, man.
Sudamérica is the future.
Bueno, dice que tristemente el rock and roll está medio muerto en Estados
Yes,
Unidos.
America's
Y en Inglaterra también, dice.
Sí, y en Inglaterra también.
and the UK.
Y por
Ok.
lo tanto él va donde hay rock y reconoce que en Europa todavía queda un poco, y especialmente en Sudamérica se ha dado cuenta de que está buena la cosa y que él va donde haya fuego, por decirlo, va a la guerra, lo dice de alguna manera, y como acá hay fuego de rock and roll, está acá.
Para ser justos.
Espérate, me dicen que hay 2 entradas dobles para cada fecha, ojo.
Sí.
Sí,
Sí.
Sí.
Muy
Para
bien.
que lo digan, para que
Ya
la
lo
gente
decimos al tiro.
empiece
2
a-
entradas dobles para cada fecha, las que acaba de anunciar Nacho.
Correcto.
Ok,
Y-
entonces queda al tiro.
Las vamos al tiro. La gente que nos escriba
Ya.
nos dice al tiro y las anotamos.
Listo, ok. Los primeros que lo digan, las tienen.
Ya.
hemos hablado mucho de AC/DC, para ser justos. Quiero que nos cuente un poco de lo que fue su lapso con su carrera con Rabbit. ¿Qué recuerdan?
AC/DC, what about Rabbit? No.
What about
Oh, Rabbit was Rabbit.
Yes.
What a band! It was a fun band. It was a crazy band. It was an exciting band. We had the best stage act in Australia. It was amazing. I had so much fun with those boys, and they're still my great friends today.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm smiling because I'm thinking about the band. It was just an incredible, happy, fantastic time. It was the 70s too, don't forget. The 70s was great. And Rabbit, we just had the best parties in Australia. Everybody wanted to come to our parties, but not everybody could come. So we had the wildest parties in Australia. Rabbit, we were known for it, so...
Bueno, a ver, en resumen, si por televisión lo pueden ver, por el audio no, pero dice que me río solo, dice él, de acordarse de los tremendos carretes que se mandaban con The Rabbit, que eran los 70,
Wild.
y que fue una banda que le dejó muy buenos amigos y con los que aún se ve. Pero principalmente se acuerda de los
Y que
carretes.
eran las mejores fiestas de Australia.
Sí, que todos
Rabbit.
querían ir, pero no todos necesariamente iban a esas fiestas.
Sex, drugs and rock and roll.
Well, we won't sort of discuss that. There was quite a lot of everything going on, and as I said, we had the best parties in Australia. They were wild. Sorry you guys weren't there, but you would have loved it. All right.
Okay.
Lamenta que no hayamos podido estar ahí, pero lo hubiéramos amado. dice.
I regret.
Nacimos mucho después. parece.
Quizá una máquina del tiempo ahí. podemos
Claro,
hacer algo.
Time Machine.
Time Machine.
Yeah.
And
Ready.
take us there.
Ya, ok. Dave ha dado la vuelta al mundo. Viviste 10 años en Estados Unidos. ¿En qué lugar te falta por tocar? ¿Te falta algún lugar por tocar?
You play everywhere.
Around the world.
But
In the world, yeah.
Yeah, one place that you are missing. So
Am I
far.
missing? China.
China?
I haven't played in China. Arabia.
Arabia.
I haven't played in Arabia.
Bueno, China, Arabia Saudita.
But just about it. Australia these days, I don't do many shows in Australia.
Russia?
Too busy. But yeah, man, I'm busy. I'm busier now than I've ever been, and it's absolutely fantastic. People say, "Where do you live?" I say, "Where am I at the moment?"
Ok.
Bueno, él dice de que
Yeah. So at the
Él
moment,
dice que le
I
falta-
live here in Chile. So
le falta tocar, bueno, China, Arabia Saudita y un par de países más. Pero el último chiste que tira es que cuando le preguntan dónde vives tú, él dice, bueno, ¿dónde estoy ahora?
Ok.
Vive
Perfecto.
on tour.
Eso es como también Carpe Diem. Es como...
Oigan, la gente ya se estaba pronunciando. Manu Labrana quiere entradas. Cari Núñez quiere ir al Hard Rock. ¿La
Sí.
anotamos al tiro?
Sí, y
¿Ah?
Carlos Gutiérrez te preguntaba, ¿alguna entrada de regalo habrá?
Carlos Gutiérrez,
Sí.
entonces Manu Labrana y Cari Núñez. Estarían las tres personas.
Sí,
Hasta el
lo que
momento.
pasa es que eran 2 por show.
Son
Claro.
2 dobles.
Ah,
Sí,
2
por
dobles.
show. Sí, po, 4
por show.
personas por show.
Ya, perfecto.
2 dobles, para que vayan 2 parejas acompañadas.
Por
Correcto.
show. No nos han dicho que él puede. Claro.
Correcto, cada uno elige con quién va.
Ok.
Son 2 ganadores en el fondo para Quilpué y 2 ganadores para...
Sí, no nos han dicho que él puede, tienen que especificar.
Sí, Quilpué
Oye,
y...
¿qué va a tener de
Hard
distinto el show? ¿Podemos adelantar algo? Sé que es medio lejos, pero lo de Monticello,
Ujú.
¿nos puedes decir algo que...?
A ver, Monticello, si me preguntan a mí, va a ser mucho más rock and rollero desde el punto de vista
Ya.
de la cantidad del espacio.
Claro,
De hecho, hoy día estuvimos en el casino, estuvimos viendo la técnica.
¿ya?
No sé, no me creo metálica para tirar fuegos ni nada, pero la técnica va a ser espectacular en Monticello, mucho láser, rayo, cosa que no pasa necesariamente en estos eventos más chicos como el del Trota o el del Hard Rock, que es más la música y no tanto el espectáculo. Sin embargo, el del Monticello, la gracia principalmente es esa, de poder tener 1000 personas, el Monticello da para 4000 personas, y tocar y rock and rollar con esa cantidad de personas gritando, memorando quizás al River Plate de AC/DC, cuando todos saltan y todos cantan. Eso es lo que queremos lograr en Monticello.
Ya, perfecto. Ya tienen que especificar quiénes quieren ir aquí, pues, porque no han dicho
Sí,
Santiago, pero quiénes quieren
especifiquen
ir.
y hacemos
Ya,
la super
de la
repartija.
zona.
Sí, por favor. ¿Qué más nos va faltando? A ver. Ya, ok.
Quiero saber si él sabía algo de Ball Breaker, la banda tributo a AC/DC, si él la conocía de antes, tenía algún antecedente de la banda que va a hacer soporte de él durante estos shows.
Did you know anything about Ball Breaker?
no, I don't know anything about them.
¿Y la escuchó ya? ¿Ya sabe cómo
No,
suena?
han ensayado ya.
Ah,
But,
ya.
but they're an AC/DC cover band, and I expect them to be one of the best here in Chile. So I said, it's going to rock no matter what. I know the boys are going to rock hard. And so, yeah, looking forward to the boys. I know they're AC/DC fans.
Yes, a great fans, Ball Breaker.
Sí, bueno, dice que son, sí,
Yeah.
lo ubica
So I'll
obviamente.
find
buena
out
onda.
tonight when I meet them.
Que cuando los conozca finalmente en los shows es donde se va a notar. Ahora, yo les confieso extraoficialmente que hace un año ellos lo contactaron a Dave y por ahí comienza todo, ¿ya?
ok, ok.
Ellos le dicen, como un fan más, le dicen, hola Dave, tú eres Dave Evans, sí, nosotros somos Ball Breaker, tocamos AC/DC en Chile. Y por ahí, mi amigo Alejandro, el guitarrista de Ball Breaker, me contacta a mí y me dice, Lorenzo, pucha, ¿sabéis que está esta idea de este tipo? Hablémoslo, en una de esas lo traemos a Chile.
Súper.
Y aquí un año después, justamente un año después,
Dave
estaba
Evans.
con nosotros y yo formé mi productora, Hey Ho, Let's Go, y aquí está.
Súper, espectacular.
Ujú.
Gracias a eso, entonces.
Sí, a una conversación.
Ya, que me desconcentré, Maxi.
No, están los premios.
Ya, ok.
Vamos cerrando entonces.
Sí, vamos cerrando.
Thank you very much
A great pleasure.
for the interview.
Yeah,
We are only
fantastic
noise.
to meet you boys, and also
Nice
to
to
talk
meet
to
you.
your audience out there. And I'm just looking forward to the shows and also to enjoying, your wonderful country here, the little bit
Thank
that
you.
I'll be seeing. And I hope next year when I come back to South America, that I can a chance to see more of Chile. So,
Espectacular.
No, eso, que está feliz de estar en Chile, que espera volver y ver más cuando pueda la próxima vez.
Entonces nos vamos con una canción.
Sí,
¿Cuál era?
la que te habíamos dicho.
Eso.
You introduce it.
You introduce it.
Introduce your song.
yeah, look, this is one of our big hits from Rabbit. Too much rock and roll.
Somos Solo Ruido con Dave Evans.
Nos vemos. Muchas
amigos.
gracias.
Chao, chao.
Adiós.
Gracias.